All right, I am so glad you're here to practice with me. This is our last practice of this series, Gentle Qigong Practices. We've been doing a lot together in these practices. Today, I want you to sit just for a minute. You don't really have to sit in a chair. I want you to sit with this word, Qigong. Yeah, you've been hearing that word from me all throughout this beginner series. Qi is energy. Gong is work. Right. Energy work. So I want to go into that just briefly. What we've been practicing over this series in Qigong energy work is we've been practicing how to skillfully manage our energy, right? Energy actually, we need to notice that energy is always moving and it's always around us. It's outside of us in nature and it's also within us. So we see nature flowing and we also realize in our own bodies, hopefully, that the energy, it flows, but it also can get stuck, right? Have you ever felt stuck before? So that is your energy. When you feel stuck, there probably is energy stuck within your body. And so in the noticing, that is where we become skillful with the information that our body is giving us. Now, a lot of people have a tendency to just push through when there's negative energy in the body. And that's not really a good practice, right? We know what happens when we push through. We have injuries, we have increased pain, we have an accident, right? And some people, instead of pushing through, they just ignore it, right? They're just like, oh, it'll go away, right? So maybe you fall into one of those two categories. I hope not, because I think when you've been practicing these movements with me over these last couple of times, you have found the third option, the Qigong option of how to manage your energy. And the Qigong option is that we actually stop, we listen to our bodies, and we slow down. And that really is the best option. So I congratulate you on that. Now, when we stop and listen to our bodies, we get the opportunity to compost negative energy. And so think about composting. That's one of my favorite words, composting, is that we release the negative energy down to the earth. The earth receives that negative energy and transforms that energy. You know, think about a dead plant. Maybe a tomato plant has lived its life. We pull it up, we put it in the compost bin, it gets transformed, and then we go to the compost bin and we use that compost material back into our garden. And so that compost nourishes the new garden. And that's what we do with our body. We receive that nourishment from the earth and we get to be transformed. We get to have our energy become restored and renewed from earth energy, from composting. So that is the skill of Qigong, learning how to slow down, listen to the body, compost the energy, and then allow the energy, the good energy, to come back into our body. So we're coming home to our bodies. We're not pushing our body. We're not performing for our body. We're stopping and understanding the gift of the body and how it has this inner wisdom to help us go through each and every day. Okay, now we are ready for our last practice in this series together. So if you have not been standing up, I am going to invite you to stand up and let's do this practice together. Now, you do have the option, of course, to sit, so whatever works best for you is fine. I'm going to go with you through this practice. I'm going to stand. So I do encourage you to stand if you're able to stand. Okay, so we're going to do 2 clearing movements to begin with. And we're going to bring the arms together. This first one is called Spinal Cord Breathing. I'm going to face you first, and then I am going to turn sideways. Okay, so we bring the arms together in front. We're going to open up and inhale, and then we're going to exhale out from the mouth. I want you to open up, inhale through your nose. Now this is called spinal cord breathing because we really are waking up the spinal cord here. Good. Inhale. Let me turn sideways so you can see what's happening with the back of my body. So we're going to inhale. And then I do want you to have a curvature to your spine. So I want you to have a little tuck of the tailbone and a gentle tuck of your chin as you come back in. When we open, there's a little slight back bend, very gentle back bend that we're doing when we open, okay? Stay in your comfort zone. We exhale out. We inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. Let's do one more together. Inhale. And bring the hands down. Good. So that was our first clearing. The second one, now this is where we're clearing out the negative energy. We're sending it down to the earth so the earth can compost it. The next one is called the pump. I'm going to have you start with your arms out here in front, both arms, and we're going to swing. Swing the arms. Now, you probably are seeing, I hope you're seeing my legs, what's happening. I'm pumping the legs. Okay, so I'm going to give you the full range of motion on this movement, and you are free to figure out how you want to pump with me. Good. That's it. So if you can, you're going to bring the arms up back behind, but stay in your comfort zone. If that doesn't feel good for you, stay right here. Totally okay. Yes, we're getting rid of all that negative energy. Casting it off. If you need to stop here, go ahead. I'm just going to do a few more. If you want to continue with me, that's great. Exhale out from the mouth. 3, 2, and slow it down. Slow it down, coming to a stop. Beautiful. All right. So we did those 2 clearing movements. Now we're going to do a short body check. And I'm going to have you put your hands here. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead and just a moment of closing the eyes. We're going to go internally. Body scan. Feel inside of your body. From those 2 clearing practices, go inside just for a moment and allow yourself to feel that spaciousness that you just created. Maybe there's a little bit of tingling happening in your feet or in your hands. Very nice. And now if you had your eyes closed, gently opening the eyes will separate the hands. All right, we're going to jump into one basic flow here. That's what we're going to do in this practice today. We're going to have the hands here, and we're going to slowly and gently allow the arms to float up. We're inhaling through the nose, exhaling out from the nose. So we do change the breath during this second part of the practice today. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out from the nose. I want you to In standing, have soft knees. So a little slight bend of the knees. Good. Exhale out from the nose. We're taking our time. We're not in a rush. Slow movement. Good. Helps us to, again, come back home to the body. Come back to the present moment. This is where we start building and cultivating our life force energy. Good. Remember the breath, trying to sync the breath with the movement. We're inhaling through the nose, exhaling out from the nose. One more time, nice deep breath. In through the nose. Try to bring that breath down deep and low into your belly. And then exhale out. And we'll open up the palms out to the side. Nice. And shake it out. Okay, so we did our clearing practice. We did a short little body scan. We did one flow movement. Very easy, basic flow movement. And now we're going to end our practice together today with bamboo in the wind. So I want us to bring the legs together, hand over the lower part of the body underneath the belly button. A little bend in the knees, a little tuck of the tailbone. Again, closing your eyes if that is comfortable for you. Good. Okay, so we're going to continue to breathe down deep and low. Now, you heard me just sigh, but I do want us in this practice to think about the breath coming only from the nose, okay? Good. And again, we're going to go internally just for a few moments. Allow yourself to go inside of your body. Maybe you have a little rock or sway happening. This is us as the bamboo that's swaying in the wind. This is how the bamboo is out in nature. The bamboo, we can see it as being flexible, as being adaptable. Continue to breathe down deep and low into your belly. The bamboo is also resilient. Swaying in the wind, going with the wind current. And we are just like the bamboo in the wind. Flexible, adaptable, and resilient. Allow yourself to feel that peacefulness, to feel the harmony that it's now happening within your body. Feeling the connection that you have with the earth underneath you and the heavens above. Very nice. And now, if you did have your eyes closed, just slowly and gently opening your eyes. We're going to separate the feet, separate the hands. What a wonderful series we have been practicing together through. This, as I said, is our last practice in this particular series. So I hope that through the practices, you've been able to learn the beginnings of what Qigong is. So this is really just scratching the surface, as they say, the very tip of the iceberg of learning about Qigong. If this practice felt really good for you, and you know someone else, just one person that would benefit from this gentle practice of coming back home to the body, I would really love for you to share this information with your friend, your family member, your neighbor, anybody that you know that you think would be able to come along and on this Qigong journey. If you would like to practice with me live in person, I do have Zoom Qigong sessions on Tuesday and Thursday. It is at Eastern Time, 11:45 Eastern. So if you're interested, look at the link below to find out how you can participate in a live Qigong session with me. I'd love to have you. Okay, there is going to be another playlist coming very soon. So keep your eyes open for that. Stay tuned. And I'll see you soon.